Welcome to This Explainer. Look, today we're jumping right into a psychological dynamic that I know a lot of us have wrestled with. The exact sequence of actions that makes someone deeply regret leaving you. But honestly, more importantly, we're going to explore the incredible plot twist waiting at the end of this journey. We're breaking down the actual mechanics of human behavior and attraction after a separation, and we're really going to focus on what true victory actually looks like. So, let's get right into it.
Right off the bat, I want to ask you a pretty simple question. What actually makes them miss you? Because when someone walks away, human nature kind of just throws us right into panic mode. Our gut instinct is to beg or maybe post those sad, vague quotes online or do whatever we can to spark jealousy. But the reality? None of that works. In fact, it just pushes them further away. The true catalyst for making someone miss you like crazy is actually one very specific, very deliberate move. It's the act of completely disappearing.
Okay, let's break down what disappearing actually entails, because it requires absolute precision. True disappearance means total silence. Step 1, no texts, no calls, period. Step 2, you are absolutely not watching their stories, and you're definitely not commenting on their posts. And step 3, you are completely cutting off the information pipeline. That means no asking mutual friends about how they're doing. And listen, this isn't some manipulative game or a cheap trick to get their attention. You're doing this to fix yourself, to reclaim your own energy, and to set a boundary of absolute silence.
Think about it this way. When you're always around, always available, always checking in, you basically become like air. People don't actively think about air because it's just always there, right? It goes completely unnoticed. But when you vanish, everything shifts. It's kind of like the taken away toy concept. If you play with a toy every single day, you take it for granted. But the second someone takes that toy away, suddenly it is literally the only thing you can think about. Your absence suddenly becomes incredibly loud, way louder than your presence ever was. Their brain wakes up and they start wondering where you went. But disappearing physically, well, that's really only half the equation.
That brings us to phase 1, breaking the drama cycle and committing to staying silent.
Now here's the trap a lot of folks fall into. Disappearing from their phone doesn't work if you refuse to disappear from the grapevine. Just think about the typical reaction. You vent to your friends, you post those sad quotes, you rehash every tiny detail of the drama for the 1,000th time. And when you do this, word always gets back to your ex. The mutual friend tells them you're still crushed, and your ex instantly thinks, great, I still have them on the hook. I can treat them however I want and they'll just wait. You're literally handing over all your power. Now compare that to a truly strong reaction. When someone asks you for the gossip, you simply say, you know what, I'm really focused on other things right now. Or you just gracefully change the subject. Short, calm, done. When your ex hears that you aren't talking about them or falling apart, a switch completely flips in their brain. They realize you are actually moving forward. And that is exactly when the seed of regret is planted. Which leads us directly into phase 2, the level up phase. This is all about focusing intensely on yourself. This is that crucial period of intense self-improvement where you take all that mental and emotional energy you used to pour into them and you pour it straight back into yourself. And leveling up is highly actionable. We're talking about working out, learning new skills, finally picking up that hobby you've been putting off forever. It means surrounding yourself with friends who actually appreciate you and simply smiling and laughing more. You are actively becoming the person you always wanted to be. Not for them, but 100% for you. And the real magic here is that people notice. Your friends notice you're happier and stronger. And eventually, the person who left you sees a picture or hears through the grapevine that you were just thriving. They expected you to be broken. They expected you to be waiting. But instead, you look better than ever. And trust me, that realization hits them like a freight train. So what happens when they see you thriving? What happens when they finally realize they've completely lost their grip on you? Well, they inevitably reach out. This is the ultimate test, and it is a moment you need to be completely prepared for. Because when they do reach out, they are going to drop what we call breadcrumbs. You really need to memorize this concept. Breadcrumbs are these little, tiny pieces of attention thrown your way just to see if you'll come running back. It's that random, lazy, hey, how have you been text at 11 p.m.? It's a sudden like on a photo from 3 years ago. It is absolute low-effort behavior designed entirely to test your availability. And sadly, most people fail right here. They get excited, they reply immediately, and boom, they hand all their power right back. The ex realizes they don't actually have to try because you were just waiting on standby the whole time. So how exactly do we handle these breadcrumbs? You have 2 completely unbothered options when these lazy little messages arrive. Option 1,
You leave them on read. Zero response. You show them that their little breadcrumbs just do not work on you anymore. Option 2, if you really feel compelled to respond, keep it incredibly short and totally uninterested. Something like, "I'm good, thanks." That's it. No questions back to them, no exclamation points, no catching up. You stay cool, calm, and completely unbothered. Listen, if they genuinely regretted losing you and actually wanted to fix things, they wouldn't send a lazy hey text. They would show up properly with real effort and a genuine apology. I've loved this phrase so much. Breadcrumbs are for pigeons. And you, my friend, are absolutely not a pigeon. You're someone who deeply knows their own worth. You do not survive on scraps of lazy attention. Recognizing that fact is a massive, massive step toward your ultimate goal. And that brings us to phase 3, the plot twist, the final victory. Here's the beautiful climax of all this. When you actually apply these steps, when you disappear, when you level up, and when you stay entirely unbothered by their silly little breadcrumbs, they very likely will come back apologizing and full of regret. But here is the plot twist. The real victory isn't actually getting them back. The real victory is the realization that by the time they finally figure out what they lost, you're already too far gone. You are happier, you are stronger, and honestly, your life is just way more peaceful. You realize something incredibly profound. You are actually better off without them. The amazing person you became while they were gone, that person doesn't need them anymore. You're no longer desperate or waiting around to be chosen because you've finally chosen yourself. You win whether they come back or not, and frankly, you probably won't even want them anymore.
All right, I want to leave you with a concrete plan of action. Pick just one of these steps today. Step 1, go completely silent. No checking their socials, no texting. Or actually, maybe you choose step 2 and you commit to finally stop talking about them to your friends. Or step 3, start working on your own goals. Join that gym or start that project you've been dreaming about. Do it today. Then wake up and do it again tomorrow. Before you know it, months will have passed and you won't even recognize the person you used to be. You'll be way too busy being amazing to even notice what they're up to.
Which leaves us with this final, pretty powerful question to consider. If you are already living your absolute best life, entirely complete and surrounded by better things, do you actually even want them back? Because when you reach that level of self-worth, that is when you have achieved the final victory.